In a significant blow to Western Australia's drug trade, law enforcement authorities have made a major breakthrough. Acting on an ongoing investigation into suspected drug trafficking activities, the police successfully seized a staggering $14 million worth of methamphetamine from a property in Ballajura. Man in question was drug kingpin and mastermind Mohammed Charif Oueida, a prominent and influential figure within the drug trafficking hierarchy, often associated with wealth, power, and authority in the criminal underworld. The planned operation unfolded on Thursday, 18th of May, as police officers descended upon Oueida's residence in the northern suburbs and arrested him. The arrest of Oueida took a dramatic turn as body camera footage revealed his desperate attempt to evade capture and destroy his phone, which held crucial evidence. The arrest marked a crucial breakthrough in their efforts to dismantle the drug network operating in the region. The seized methamphetamine, considered one of the largest hauls in the area, is expected to have a significant impact on the illicit drug trade in Western Australia. The authorities have been actively investigating Oueida's alleged involvement in drug trafficking for an extended period. A second man, Christopher Mark Mitchell, 49, from Ellenbrook, was also arrested at the address, with police alleging he was a drug delivery driver who arrived at the premises before police entered. A duffel bag was located inside the home containing 14 kilograms of methamphetamine. A further search of the property led police to $10,000 in cash and multiple encrypted mobile phones. Police then raided two more properties in Mirrabooka and Ellenbrook where they found over $100,000 cash and more drugs. Assistant Police Commissioner Tony Longhorn appeared before media after the arrests and raids. This is what he had to say.
This seizure equates to a street value of over $14 million. This is an example of another criminal syndicate who thought they could operate in our community under our noses. The investigation is ongoing and we are working to identify those further up the food chain that are responsible for sending this consignment of illicit drugs to Western Australia.
Mohammed Charif Oueida, a former member of the Comancheros, known as Mr. Big, has gained notoriety among both the police and the media. His criminal past includes spending time in the Acacia unit of the maximum security Barwon prison. In 2012, he was convicted of engaging in large-scale drug trafficking and was apprehended by authorities as he attempted to flee Melbourne. His plan was to fly his private plane from Essendon Airport in April 2011. Following his arrest, police revealed that Oueida had funded a lavish lifestyle through a life of crime. His possessions included a luxurious $2.8 million home in Greenvale, complete with its own golf course, tennis court, and swimming pool, as well as a Ferrari. Furthermore, authorities seized $6 million from his Swiss bank accounts. Oueida was also accused of gaining unauthorized access to confidential police files, allegedly thwarting a police operation targeting his criminal activities. His plane was among the assets seized in 2011, along with a Ferrari. The Lebanese-born sensation zoomed around in his flashy Ferrari, shuttling back and forth between Melbourne and a secret lab in regional Victoria. His mission? To micromanage the production of ice and amphetamines for his extravagant drug network. In court, Oueida was dubbed the Alan Bond of the criminal world. With a penchant for the high life, he cruised around town not only in his Ferrari but also in a Hummer, and took to the skies in his very own Beechcraft Bonanza light aircraft. At times in generous gestures, Oueida would give his associates Lexus and fancy Range Rovers. But life wasn't all glitz and glamour for Oueida. He had his fair share of misadventures. From being a kidnapped victim to dodging bullets from a rival with a gold-plated Beretta pistol, he certainly knew how to keep life interesting. And let's not forget his knack for striking deals in the Solomon Islands timber industry or dreaming up building projects in far-off Pakistan. He has always been a terrible show-off, a multimillionaire today and a broke by tomorrow. At times Oueida had plenty of money, he had a lifestyle beyond extravagant, he was close to being at the top of the tree on his side of the drug network's equation. However, after his arrest all his assets were either seized by the Crown or repossessed by finance companies and banks. His offending have always been of very high levels and high quantities. Oueida's empire came undone with the help of an undercover police officer, a joint operation between the Australian Federal Police, Victoria Police and the Australian Crime Commission. During his trial, Oueida pleaded guilty to charges of trafficking and manufacturing methamphetamine, dealing in the proceeds of crime, and possessing an unregistered semi-automatic rifle. He was subsequently sentenced to 8.5 years in prison, with a non-parole period of 5.5 years. According to the county court, Oueida committed these crimes under pressure to repay debts to two Melbourne crime families, namely the Kiers and the Hatteras. Law enforcement records identify Oueida as a member of the Comanchero outlaw club, although it remains unclear whether he is an official member or simply a close associate. Oueida played a significant role in negotiating the purchase and sale of methamphetamine, coordinating and overseeing the drug manufacturing process, organizing and supervising its transportation, which was done in Hummer and other vehicles traveling together in a convoy-like formation, and personally handling sales. Oueida survived a shooting outside the Coburg Mosque in 2017, a period in which there was tension between himself and members of the Tiba family. He suffered a wound to the abdomen when the shooter leaned out of a BMW and opened fire on Moore Street. In this recent arrest, Oueida was charged with possessing a trafficable amount of meth with intent to sell or supply, possessing stolen or unlawfully obtained property, and willfully destroying evidence. Appearing in Midland Magistrates Court next day, Oueida's lawyer Peter Ash did not apply for bail on behalf of his client. He will be remanded in custody until July. Mitchell is also facing a host of charges, including selling or supplying a trafficable amount of meth, possessing or obtaining stolen property, laundering property, possessing cannabis and drug paraphernalia.